Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel US Immigration News. We hope you are doing great. Well, in today's video, we will be talking about can undocumented immigrants get a driver's license?
Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel US Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. Well, in today's video, we will be talking about can undocumented immigrants get a driver's license? In the US, access to driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants varies by state. While some states offer licenses regardless of immigration status, others impose strict requirements. This guide explores where undocumented immigrants can legally drive and how these policies impact communities. If you are interested in this, so to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Do immigrants need driver's licenses to drive? Yes, immigrants, like all drivers in the United States, need a valid driver's license to legally drive. Whether you're a US citizen, legal resident, or foreign national, driving without a valid license is illegal and can result in penalties, fines, or legal consequences. However, the requirements for obtaining a driver's license differ depending on your immigration status and the state you live in. For immigrants who plan to live in the US long-term or permanently, a driver's license from the state's Department of Motor Vehicles is typically required. This allows individuals to drive legally across the country. While all states have varying laws and residency requirements for obtaining a license, a US driver's license is universally recognized throughout the country. However, foreign nationals visiting the US for a short period may be able to drive using a valid license from their home country. In some states, this process is simplified through a system known as foreign license reciprocity, where the state accepts the foreign license without requiring a new driving test. In other states, a home country driver's license paired with an international driving permit may suffice. An IDP translates your license into multiple languages and allows you to drive legally in the US for a limited time. Importantly, an IDP must be obtained before arriving in the US from the motor vehicle department in your home country. What are the basic requirements for getting a state driver's license? The process for obtaining a state driver's license is fairly standardized but may vary slightly by state. In most states, applicants must pass both a written knowledge test and a skills test to demonstrate their ability to drive safely. The knowledge test is typically a multiple-choice quiz covering road signs, driving laws, and safe driving practices. The skills test requires applicants to drive with an instructor and demonstrate their driving abilities, such as changing lanes, parking, and obeying traffic signals. Additionally, applicants are required to provide specific documents, which usually include proof of residency in the state, such as utility bills or a lease agreement, proof of identity, such as a passport or ID card, proof of lawful immigration status, such as a green card, visa, or naturalization certificate, proof of car insurance. Can immigrants get a driver's license? Yes, immigrants with lawful immigration status can typically get a state-issued driver's license. This applies to legal permanent residents, temporary visa holders, and other immigrants recognized under a U.S. immigration law. However, undocumented immigrants face more restrictions in most states. In many states, proof of lawful residency is a requirement for obtaining a driver's license. Immigrants who cannot prove their legal status, such as undocumented individuals, may struggle to meet this requirement. However, some states have enacted laws that allow undocumented immigrants to apply for a driver's license. These states include California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, the District of Columbia. In these states, undocumented immigrants must provide alternative identification documents, such as a foreign passport, consular ID, or foreign birth certificate. They must also prove residency within the state and meet other driving eligibility requirements, such as passing the knowledge and skills tests. How can an undocumented immigrant get a driver's license? 16 states and the District of Columbia have passed laws allowing undocumented immigrants to obtain driver's licenses to promote public safety. By ensuring that all drivers, regardless of immigration status, are tested and insured, states can reduce accidents and enhance road safety. For example, California's B60 law, also known as the Safe and Responsible Drivers Act, allows undocumented immigrants to apply for a special driver's license. Applicants must prove their identity and California residency through documents like utility bills, rental agreements, or school records. They must also pass the state's driving tests to demonstrate their ability to drive safely. The exact requirements and procedures vary by state, but the overall process includes providing proof of identity and residency passport, consular ID, rental agreements, etc., passing a written knowledge test on state driving laws, passing a driving skills test with an instructor, paying necessary fees for the license and tests. Will the driver's license be Real ID compliant? No, licenses issued to undocumented immigrants are not Real Idaho compliant. Beginning on May 7, 2025, Real Idaho will be required for individuals boarding domestic flights or entering certain federal facilities. Real IDs require proof of legal immigration status, which undocumented immigrants cannot provide. Instead, licenses issued to undocumented individuals typically feature a marking such as federal limits apply to indicate that they are not valid for federal purposes. Immigrants with lawful status, such as those holding temporary protected status or work visas, can apply for Real ID compliant licenses. Can an undocumented immigrant use their driver's license as photo identification? Although a driver's license serves as a valid form of photo identification in many situations, it does not provide legal status or protect against deportation. For example, undocumented immigrants cannot use their state-issued driver's license to vote, work legally, or travel internationally. Moreover, a driver's license marked with federal limits apply could alert law enforcement officials to the license holder's immigration status. In conclusion, while access to driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants varies by state, it remains an essential tool for ensuring that all drivers, regardless of immigration status, are tested, insured, and safe on the road. Access to a driver's license is a lifeline for many undocumented immigrants. Though state laws differ, the growing trend of allowing licenses regardless of status helps improve safety, mobility, and opportunities for those living in the U.S. without legal status. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
In the United States, all drivers, including immigrants, must possess a valid driver's license to drive legally. These specific requirements and process for obtaining a driver's license differ by state and depend on an individual's immigration status. For immigrants planning to reside in the US long-term or permanently, obtaining a state-issued driver's license from the Department of Motor Vehicles is typically necessary, as it allows them to drive legally across the country. Foreign nationals visiting the US may be able to drive with a valid license from their home country, and some states recognize this through a system known as a foreign license, and some states recognize this through a system known as a foreign license reciprocity. In these cases, individuals may not have to take a driving test if their home country's license is recognized. Basic requirements for obtaining a state driver's license usually include passing both a written knowledge test and a practical skills test. Applicants must also provide documentation that verifies their residency, identity, lawful immigration status, and car insurance. While immigrants with a legal status generally find it straightforward to obtain a driver's license, the situation becomes more complicated for undocumented immigrants. Most states require proof of lawful residency, which undocumented immigrants cannot provide. However, 16 states and the District of Columbia have enacted laws allowing undocumented immigrants to obtain driver licenses. This is an intent to enhance the public safety by ensuring that all drivers are tested and insured. For instance, California AB 60 law permits undocumented residents to apply for a special driver's license, provided they can prove their identity and residency through various documents such as utility bills or rental agreements. They must also pass the knowledge and skill test similar to other applicants. Licenses issued to undocumented immigrants, however, are not Real ID compliant, which will be required starting May 7, 2025 for domestic flights and entry to certain federal facilities. Real IDs necessitate a proof of legal immigration status, which undocumented individuals cannot provide. Thus, their licenses typically carry a marking indicating that federal limits apply, making them unsuitable for federal purposes. While a state issues driver's license serves as a valid identification, it does not confer legal status and may not protect against deportation. Undocumented immigrants cannot use their license for voting, legal work, or international travel. Nonetheless, allowing undocumented immigrants to obtain driver's license remains crucial for public safety, ensuring that all drivers on the road are adequately weighted and insured.